always a tendency that all dictatorship, especially when they reach their pinnacle, when they reach their exit, they are surrounded by people who are not capable of making logical decisions. And that is the basis of the downfall of every leader. If you look at the contradictions within the current establishment, there are fights between the old cadres of ZANU-PF and the new cadres who have no ideological understanding of ZANU-PF as it was crafted by Herbert Chitepo. You can ask Tungwarara about the ideological disposition of ZANU-PF because he is vacuous. He thinks that money decides the politics of the country. And that's why there are contradictions within the ZANU-PF itself, because the regime was then captured. The current administration was handed over to those with the money, deviating from the ideological impetus of ZANU-PF as it had Tonga.
Where do you think they were captured, Stalos? What if they're the ones who have captured?
No. If to see that those with money are now dominating Jongwe building, you can look at the policies of government. ZANU-PF, Blessed Mhlanga, is a Marxist-Leninist organization founded on scientific socialism. That is the ZANU of Tonga. Mthuli Ncube says we are going to continue to back the Bretton Woods institutions. We are going to have a private sector-led economy. The national pace of this country was handed over to a neoliberal. That was not going to be the ZANU-PF of Chitepo. It is not possible. So the policies of the regime, that's why you see on one hand, on the extreme left is Mutswangwa, pronouncing ZANU as a Marxist organization. But on the other hand, the policies of the regime say that we are going to privatize water. That is not the ZANU of Herbert Chitepo that says we privatize water. Secondly, to say that those money have captured that organization, the ZANU of Chitepo was not going to allow people to be dislodged of their land in Chilonga. Because that ZANU would have known that at the center of the liberation project was the issue of the land and the economy. The current circus that you see, where Chinese are allowed to mine in a national park, will not have happened to the ZANU of Herbert Chitepo, because it knew that at the center of socialist struggle is protection of the land, it is environment. The ZANU that says we are friends with China and Beijing will not have let our lithium being ravaged the extent that is happening, will not have allowed people to go to Christmas Park in Mutare and begin to start to exploit under that mountain. It would have preserved it, because all socialists are revolutionaries. They know that they have to protect the environment. Lastly, the ZANU of Chitepo will not have allowed the amputation of the constitution, because it knows that revolutionaries ought to be produced by securing the mandate from the people. The current establishment is being run like a Korokoza organization. That's why the predominant leadership now is those that are involved in informal sector mining without any health hazards. Look at how many people have lost their lives in their mines in Midlands. Look at the chaos that is happening. The ZANU of Chitepo and fellow Zimbabweans would not have allowed our country to lose 1.2 billion on illicit outflow of gold alone per year. That was not going to be allowed, because at the center of the Marxist-Leninist revolution is the upliftment of the working class. Who are the working class? The working class are the poor. Who are the poor? The poor are the oppressed. In the Zimbabwean context, as was characterized by the liberation struggle, the oppressed were black people. It was the majority, what they would call Kutsarushinji. That agenda was about upliftment and the empowerment of ordinary people, not political elites. It has never been the agenda of the socialist revolution. So it is clear for us who observe that organization from outside that it was captured, and we can only wish for those same individuals within the organization.
yeZimbabwe munyika medu muri kuitika zvinhu zvakawanda zvakasiyana siyana. Isusu sekuruga Jones Media tiripo pakupinda munyika tichinokutsvagirai nyaya touya nadzo kwamuri. Ino ichannel yevanhu, isu hatiwedzere kana kutapudza, tinouya nenyaya semaitikiro adzinenge dzaita. Kana wanga usati wasubscribe, ndiwo mukana wekuti usubscribe wotenga on the notification bell kuitira kuti patinouya nenyaya ndiwe uchatanga kuiona. Usasaririre, garai muri pano pachannel yenyu, channel yevanhu. Tinokutendai nerutsigiro rwamuri kutipa. Thank you so much.